Welcome back to my channel. What we have here is an electric pressure washer. I found this one that was marked free, and I believe this one works. So today I found a different one, and there it is. Looks like it was a victim of someone being a little upset with it, to say the least. So we're going to tear into this one and we'll see what we find. This is the first time I've taken one of these apart. Okay, so what we got here, for the most part, it's pretty much taken apart. I'm suspecting that this here is what water pressure switch. Maybe. All right, so get a pair of cutters here, and good thing about these is the amount of cord that's with them. It's almost 1.5 of what you get with a vacuum cleaner. I'm gonna cut this here. Let's see if I can't pull this out. I always try to keep as much as the material on there, especially this low grade wire. I mean, it ends up being another buck. It ends up being another buck. However, this I'm thinking there's going to be a silver contact in there, since there's a little bit more copper. So we're going to cut this off. Leave that fat end on there. Put that in with the Powell. All right. Low grade wire pile. I'll cut this motor off. Might be able to just pull this whole thing right out of here. Or not. A couple screws. Phillips. I don't think this one here is quite long enough. I don't think this is going to fit down in there. Nope. All right, get a appropriate screwdriver.
Sounds like somebody got themselves a new toy. Motorcycle or something. It's attached here. There we go. Hallelujah. We got plastic, it's garbage. Our trash company, they don't take that type of plastic as recyclable. And they just consider it garbage. One time I saved ABS plastic and I had almost 2,000 pounds of plastic, and the price of oil dropped. And I couldn't get rid of it, so I had to find ways of slowly disposing it, or throwing it away in with my garbage. Now in there was a contact in there. It was in this other part, not in this here. Let's see what's in here. I've never taken one of these apart before. I have another one in my basement, and what tends to go is this. It works, and then the motor just goes fast, goes slow, without me pulling the trigger at all, and it just don't sound right. So I let it sit, and then, hey, what do you know? There was another contact in there. Good guess on my part. At one time, white ABS plastic was worth more than black. And I don't know, I'm not quite sure right now, but one time they charged you to take it, where I would have sold it for sold it at. I mean, at one time it was like a nickel a pound. So we got some more wire. Woohoo! These here are relatively easy to take apart. However, if the I don't know what the problem is with this one here. This one here is a double. And it's quite easy to take these apart. Let's just come off. They're not like soldered in or welded in or anything like that. That there. Turn it around. Actually, this one, you can see how it's dimpled there. That's pressed. That don't have any silver in it. This, on the other hand, I'm not sure if it's coming up on the camera, but you could see copper, and then at the very tip here is the silver. What I do is I try to get as close as I can to that, because it saves on acid to dissolve the base metals before you get to the before it starts even on the copper and the silver. So now I got that. And then this here, I'll pick that up later. That's a piece of brass. These are brass. You can see that in there. They're just the same as plugs that go into the wall. And this one here is brass, and then it's copper. There's a way to, I've seen people, they other YouTubers, they say, you know, and this. I'll tell you right now, 80% of the time, I would rather have to deal with dissolving that metal than to drop these. 95% of the time, I drop them. 98% of the time, I don't find it. So that's my take on these. Again, I mean, a lot of times you could probably just take this off with your fingers. Maybe not. Just a little pry. It's just pressed on there. So I'll put that over there. The other pieces that I have to process. Garbage. Now this guy here, yeah, this thing took a heck of a bump. Look at that. I think somebody got frustrated and pitched this. Nice aluminum here. Before I get too crazy. See that? That's a bummer. The windings are aluminum. Okay, no worries. So, get an Allen key. I have other Allen keys, like, where's it at? Here it is. You have to deal with, we all have this issue. Couple bucks of Harbor Freight. They're good for, they're okay for things like this. You don't have to dump them out and find the one that you need. Man, that's a bummer. I was hoping for copper wire. That's one of the issues with this. This thing is just like so bulky, you can't, like, in some spots you just can't get a full turn and just keep spinning. However, in here, the silver crystal oscillator. Wire there. Wire there. It looks like copper. However, there's copper there. See if I can get this off of here. These side cutters. Nope. Okay. We'll get back to that one. Finish taking this pump apart. I'm wondering if these screws on the side here, this plate's steel, so that's got to come off. And this has water, I believe, in it. Nope, that's oil. I'm just wondering what the failure was on it. I mean, for all I know, they could have ran it over with their car or something. It looks like it's all pressed in there. Okay, so we got dirty aluminum there. that oil was quite a surprise for me. I wasn't expecting that. So we'll all know better next time. Have a catch ready. Pieces of rubber out of there. I don't think I have to worry about that. Let me get a wrench. Oh, I got a pair of pliers here. Should be able to do this. Or not. I have to put this in a vise. Yeah, it's on there pretty tight. Pretty tight fit there. Yeah, spring loaded. That's why. Okay, got a steel spring out of there. Valves. For the most part, I gotta see if this is. Gotta see if this is steel here. Yep. And then there's another piece over here. This plug here is aluminum, so that's good. Swing it back around here. I had the right one, I guess, the first time. Nope. Try this other one. That's not coming out. Nope. All right, we'll put that with dirty aluminum. I'm suspecting that these keepers one could say that these pressure washers, for the time that it takes, you're best just cutting this off. That little bit of those couple silver bits there. This, some dirty aluminum, wound motor, a little bit of copper in there, silver in there, and a mess. It's not worth it. If they let you at the yard, throw it in their hole with the plastic and everything. My suggestion, now that I know what I know now, I'm just going to cut the wire, throw it in my truck, put it in with my shred. So let's take this apart just for, since we're here. See what's in here. That's a square. Wow. They got square screws and Phillips screws. They sure didn't want anybody taking this thing apart. Phillips or square? That's Phillips. We have two square security bolts or screws. So what we're going to do, that in a vise. And I'm just going to squeeze it. And it did nothing. Take these wires out. There's actually water coming out of this plug. See if I can pop this. All right, BFH. If you got your headphones on, there's going to be a loud bang. Turn your volume down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we're into the meat of it. What bounced off, these screws that were holding the wires on, they're steel. And there's the brass colored one. That's steel as well. Get this little board out of here. Loosen this up. Get the rest of this insulated wire out of here. Keep that little bit of rubber on there, give you a little bit extra weight. And we got brass plugs. A little bit of copper wires. Little copper motor in there. And then this is copper. Pull that out. One out of there. There we go. It broke off. On the inside of this, looks like there's copper in there. not a lot. There's just little coils. Real fine copper. It's not going to weigh anything. More brass. And more brass, silver contacts right here and right there. For the amount of copper that's in here, it's not, I mean, you can take it and take it apart. It's probably maybe 10 cents worth of copper. I'm just going to take this whole thing and put it in with my low grade boards. Keep that for the weight. So I appreciate the comments, interacting with you all. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We'll learn something together. You know, I've never taken one of these apart before, and now I kind of wish I would have had nitrile gloves on, or some kind of gloves. Well, probably nitrile gloves. This was a mess. Anyways, I'm gonna finish cleaning up this mess. If you haven't subscribed yet, so please subscribe. Be safe. Peace.